Tensions are reaching a boiling point within the Labour Party. Behind closed doors, heated discussions have unfolded, dividing party members and leaving the leadership facing mounting pressure. Key figures are speaking out, alliances are shifting, and a major political showdown is on the horizon. But what exactly has sparked this fierce rebellion? As always, we will discuss this, but first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we have new Labour t-shirts available on our website. You can check the link in the description or go to BritishStand.com. Labour is on the brink of unveiling a sweeping package of cuts to Britain's ballooning benefits bill, with the announcement expected within hours. The move comes amid growing tensions within the party, as left-wing MPs mount a fierce rebellion against the proposed reductions. Work and Pensions Secretary Liz Kendall is poised to lay out the government's strategy to encourage more people back into employment. Reports indicate that up to £6 billion in welfare payments could be slashed, a measure that has sparked outrage among Labour's left flank. Key figures such as Diane Abbott and Clive Lewis have strongly condemned the plans, accusing the leadership of abandoning the party's traditional values. Sir Keir Starmer and Chancellor Rachel Reeves have faced intense pushback from within their own cabinet, with almost every minister reportedly speaking out against the cuts in a meeting last Tuesday. Despite this, the leadership appears determined to push forward with the reforms, arguing that drastic action is needed to curb the unsustainable rise in benefit spending. Adding to Labour's woes, Shadow Energy Secretary Andrew Bowie today intensified the pressure, openly criticising the party's handling of the issue. Speaking to GB News, he said, "I think the infighting is plain for everybody in this country to see. They haven't got a plan, they don't know what they're doing, and the British people are suffering as a result." One of the most contentious aspects of the proposed cuts is the potential impact on personal independence payments (PIP), a financial support system designed to assist disabled individuals with additional living costs. As many as 1 million people are at risk of seeing their payments either reduced or removed entirely, prompting fears of a severe impact on some of the most vulnerable members of society. Yesterday, the Chancellor issued a stark warning about the growing strain on public finances, revealing that 1,000 new individuals are signing up for PIP every single day. She described this surge as unsustainable, reinforcing the government's argument that urgent intervention is necessary. To counter the backlash, Labour deployed Pat McFadden, the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, to defend the impending cuts in a media appearance this morning. Speaking to the BBC, he justified the controversial measures, stating, "We cannot sit back and relax as millions, literally millions of people, go onto these benefits with little or no hope of work in the future. We have a duty to face up to that." The announcement is set to be one of Labour's most significant policy moves in recent months, and the internal strife it has ignited raises questions about the party's direction. With opposition mounting both from within and outside the party, the coming days will be crucial in determining whether Labour can unite behind these tough economic choices, or if the rebellion will force a change of course. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In more news economically, our nation is up shit creek, and therefore it's time we stood up to the idea that under 25s who have taken advantage of our generosity for too damn long. Simply, we mustn't swallow their complaints about poor mental health, and it's time to tell them to shape up or ship out. The breaking point came in a report from the prestigious accountancy group PwC, saying 1 in 4 of young workers are considering quitting work and going on benefits citing their mental health. I, and a majority of our nation, do not want to fund your lifestyle and frankly don't believe there is actually anything wrong with you. These young people can only make that decision if they are living at home where they are paying virtually no rent for food or accommodation. The fact they can sit around doing bugger all and use the universal credit handout as pocket money then gives them the ability to be idle and self-indulgent. As parents, you should remove that luxury by saying if you don't go to work, they won't have free bed for the night. Push them out the door. You will be doing them a favor in later life. As an example, a follower remembers having an enormous row with his father and had to sleep the night on the stone floor of a mate's bedsit in Lone Pit Vale, Lewisham, SE London. It's branded on my backside. When he finally went to sleep, he was 17. When he woke up, he was 37. He says he was never going down that route again. But over the decades, parents have become more and more indulgent, always wanting to take the bite out of life for their special ones. Middle-class parents are the worst. They work hard themselves, but want to make sure there's an easier path for their children. It's not possible. Another example of a mum and dad feeling sorry for their baby, the mum finds it more and more difficult to get up for work in the morning because she 1. Doesn't like her boss, 2. doesn't like a colleague, 3. doesn't like the journey, 4. doesn't like the work, 5. doesn't like the money, 6. doesn't like the fact she can't chat to her best friend all day. All this is dressed up as depression. Every day, every one of us suffers from getting down in the dumps because the world does not recognize our hard work, genius, magnificent good looks, and general ability to be all-conquering heroes. You simply have to get on with it. That is not the mantra of today's young. They don't want to take the rough with the smooth. I have no idea why they are unhappy. If you want unhappy, go to Port Talbot in Wales, where they have shut down the steelworks, putting an entire town out of work. If you are a 50-plus steel worker, the chances of a steel worker finding work again are very slim. That's what unemployment benefit is for, not for over-pampered youngsters who feel low about something. The other problem is that GPs say it is not part of their job to indicate that somebody who claims to be suffering from mental health issues doesn't need tablets but does need to pull themselves together. So whose job is it? Who will put these youngsters to the test? Somebody has to, as the benefits bill for thousands of youngsters throwing long-term sickies is huge and unaffordable. As you will have seen, even the disabled are coming into the firing line. If we are to continue to stump up for the disabled, and I think they need more testing, then something has to give. Can anybody explain to me how the amount of mental health issues among the young has more than doubled in a handful of years? All that happened is that the young have worked out they can try it on and then receive money from the state to stay home and do nothing. There will be some youngsters with genuine mental health issue, but the explosion since the pandemic is a try-on, and we, the people funding it, need to face them down. The old adage goes that you must cut your coat according to your cloth, but in a United Kingdom where the national debt is the same size as GDP, where the third highest state cost is paying the debt interest, about £100 billion a year, and where the cost of borrowing repeatedly reaches record highs, it is clear that we have no cloth left. Regrettably, it appears the Labour Party will not implement its plan to freeze the personal independence allowance in nominal terms, and will instead increase it in line with inflation, owing to concerns of a backbench rebellion, a move that would prove Labour has lost its nerve on benefits. Of all the areas of the state, it is welfare that needs the most radical overhaul. 5.5 million people in the United Kingdom are on out-of-work benefits. In total, welfare currently costs £285.7 billion and is projected to cost £360 billion by 2028/29. But it isn't only unaffordable, it's actively harming our economy via its incentive trap. Research from the Centre for Social Justice shows that a full-time minimum wage job pays less than sickness benefits in many cases. If these people were in work, it would help turn around our stagnant economic growth. It is this system that also encourages mass migration. We are constantly told that we have a labour shortage, which must be filled by migrants. But in reality, we have millions of people who are stuck in this trap. The UK has well and truly entered the era of managed decline, and our broken welfare system is one of the causes of this. If the Labour government wants to show some serious spine on welfare, it can begin with this. According to new analysis, 1 million foreign-born people are claiming benefits in the UK. Research from the Centre for Social Justice shows that a full-time minimum wage job pays less than sickness benefits in many cases. If these people were in work, it would help turn around our stagnant economic growth. It is this system that also encourages mass migration. We are constantly told that we have a labour shortage, which must be filled by migrants. But in reality, we have millions of people who are stuck in this trap. The UK has well and truly entered the era of managed decline, and our broken welfare system is one of the causes of this. If the Labour government wants to show some serious spine on welfare, it can begin with this. According to new analysis, 1 million foreign-born people are claiming benefits in the UK. This is an affront to the fabric of our society. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.